I think the standard response to imposter syndrome kind of misses a lot of the point. What is an imposter? An imposter is someone who shouldn't be there. It's someone who's a fraud, who's fabricated who they are. And so many people feel like this in their lives. And my response to any client, I was speaking to a client recently, I was speaking to a client today about this. My response is the same every single time, which is stop being things you aren't. Stop trying to be things you aren't. And most people would hear that and they would think, what, is he telling me to stop doing my job? Is he telling me to stop pursuing what I love? It's like, no, not at all. But you've created, in the way you see what you do, you've created it as something that you are not meant to be doing. And stop doing that. So we have these labels for things, for our jobs. So say the label for a job is like a director, and we have all these ideas about what a director is. And so many of them won't be us. We'll see other people who have been a director and we'll amalgamate them into this whole big thing and then hold ourselves against it and be like, I don't measure up. No, well, no, of course you don't. If you amalgamate everyone else's best traits and who they are of like 10, 15 people and like smash them together and then hold it yourself against those like 10, 15 people, no, probably you're not going to measure up to all of that because there's 10 to 15 people in there and you are but one person. So stop doing that. Instead, it comes from a completely different place. It's just do what you're good at. This is what I was talking about the client with today. Just do what you're good at. Because there's a reason you're there. And when there's an option for us with being well-rounded in loads of different skills and just doubling down on what we're good at, I'm a huge advocate of the latter. I think it will raise all your skills anyway, but double down on you. So for a while, it can be useful for us to ask questions like, what would a director do? To get us into that headset. And from that point, it's like, what would Sam do? How can I double down on what I do rather than trying to be something I'm not? It never works. And we just feel so disempowered. Imposter syndrome comes up a lot with people speaking in meetings. And if you try and speak like someone else, then yes, you're always going to feel like you don't belong there. If you try and contribute as you, with what you have to offer uniquely in the world, based on your experience, then no, the chances of you feeling an imposter are pretty low. You're probably not going to feel like an imposter because you're not trying to be something you're not. Trying to be someone you're not. So double down on you. The answer to imposter syndrome is to stop trying to be something else. Stop trying to be an imposter. Double down on what you're good at with your point of view in the world. Increase the ability to speak that out. And yeah, imposter syndrome will melt away. Of course it will. It's just a symptom that the thing you're doing is not who you are.